Who is really worthy to dethrone Roman Reigns, former WWE champion, to join the Judgment Day Crown Jewel and kick out Damian Priest from the group? Sasha Banks returns to defeat Rhea Ripley, WWE legend, on Charlotte Flair's iconic match. Top WWE Raw star to go on hiatus after Crown Jewel. Randy Orton returns to align with Jay Uso against the Bloodline. Major WWE Superstar will end Roman Reigns' historic championship run. Let's jump right into it. Former WWE champion to join the Judgment Day Crown Jewel and kick out Damian Priest from the group. The Judgment Day, featuring Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest, has become the most dominant force on Raw. All four members of the group hold gold. However, the group lacks a world champion in their midst. That could change if they help Drew McIntyre beat Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title at Crown Jewel. The Scottish Warrior has been showing a new side lately. He no longer focuses on appeasing the other superstar and has admittedly become more selfish. The former WWE champion is set to face Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel for the World Championship. Interestingly, McIntyre chose not to interfere when Damian Priest attacked Rollins a few weeks back on Raw. However, he intervened when he realized that Priest was attempting to cash in his MITB briefcase. While the Punisher was livid, Rhea Ripley stopped him from attacking McIntyre later in the night. Ripley and McIntyre were then spotted talking to each other backstage. The two could have been talking about the Judgment Day helping McIntyre defeat Rollins at Crown Jewel if he agreed to become part of the group. However, the Scottish Warrior's addition to the faction could lead to tensions, and the ITB holder, Damian Priest, might be expelled for opposing the move. Last week on Raw, an observant eye caught Drew McIntyre engaged in a hushed conversation with Rhea Ripley behind the scenes, hinting at the potential for significant developments. When questioned about the rendezvous by Seth Rollins, McIntyre demanded a proper response. Seth Rollins even questioned the nature of Drew McIntyre's encounter with Rhea Ripley, to which the Scotsman clarified that she had initiated the meeting rather than him seeking her out. He refrained from divulging the purpose of his interaction with Judgment Day's leader. However, he did hint at bringing back Broken Dreams as his theme song, which is another hint at a potential heel turn. Sasha Banks returns to defeat Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, the current women's world champion, has terrorized both male and female superstars on WWE's main roster to establish herself as one of the most dominant forces on the Red brand. However, the Eradicator could finally be stopped in her tracks by a 10-time champion. The superstar in question is none other than Mercedes Moné, formerly known as Sasha Banks. As you may know, the boss left the Stanford-based promotion in May 2022, allegedly due to creative issues. Nonetheless, with Triple H reportedly in full control of creatives, Banks could finally return to WWE after nearly 18 months. If that is indeed the case, then the former SmackDown Women's Champion could target the Eradicator of the Judgment Day following her comeback. Banks could set her sights on Ripley, leading to a potential title match at Survivor Series 2023. The former WWE star has all the attributes to take down the Judgment Day member. Given her caliber, it wouldn't be surprising if Sasha beats Rhea in a potential match to win the women's world title. Wrestling legend Booker T revealed his honest opinion of Rhea Ripley in an earlier interview. The two-time Hall of Famer praised the Eradicator. The veteran compared the current women's world champion to Hulk Hogan, calling her a money machine. Furthermore, Booker named former WWE star Sasha Banks as the macho man of women's wrestling. You know, man, I look at Rhea Ripley like Hulk Hogan. That's what she's like. She's like the female Hulk Hogan. She's a money machine. She's a draw. I like her in a tag team thing. Maybe they're shielding her, saving her for a different storyline. One of those type of deals. She's definitely a star, a major star. Charlotte is the Ric Flair. Sasha would be like the macho man. That's no disrespect or anything like that. Do you want to see Sasha Banks return to WWE? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. WWE legend on Charlotte Flair's iconic match. WWE legend Ric Flair recently reacted to Charlotte Flair and Io Sky's match on SmackDown. On the latest edition of Friday Night SmackDown, Damage Control member Io Sky faced Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship. The champion retained her belt following the interference of her stablemates Bayley and Dakota Kai. After the match, the heel stable attacked the Queen, but the latter was saved by a returning Bianca Belair. The EST hit the role model with a KOD, thus safeguarding Flair from Damage Control. Following a really good performance by both women, Ric Flair took to social media to praise the bout as he wrote how the duo have managed to surpass the male wrestlers of the industry. Congratulations to the WWE Women's Division. You just made the boys look so lame because you all are just so good. Woo! At Charlotte at EO_Sky. Former WWE manager Dutch Mantell shared his honest opinion on Charlotte Flair and Io Sky's recent match on SmackDown. While speaking in a recent edition of Sportskeeda Wrestling's Smack Talk, Mantell heaped praise on both superstars as he mentioned how great their performance was. Rollins. The veteran further put forth his viewpoint about the Queen and the genius of the Sky, as he added that the bout could have been a great house show, good TV match, as well as an excellent premium live event match. Mantell detailed, those two, Charlotte and her Io Sky. Tonight, they had a great match. That would have been a great house show match, a great TV match. That would have even been a great pay-per-view match. They could miss anything. Both of them are very talented. It would be interesting to see how far Charlotte Flair and Sky's rivalry will go in the near future. What are your thoughts on the same? Sound off in the comment section below. Top WWE Raw star to go on hiatus after Crown Jewel. After Crown Jewel, we could see a certain WWE Superstar take a hiatus from the company. The match card of the show up until now is a blockbuster. The one match that's a dark horse and could steal the show is Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins has been incredible since becoming the world champion. However, we have learned about his back injury since his feud with Shinsuke and Nakamura started. The back issues are quite serious for the Visionary. However, he still keeps defending his title successfully on all occasions. With WrestleMania just 6 months away, WWE may look to protect one of its big assets for its biggest show. The company could send Rollins on a break to take his time, recover, and return stronger than ever on the road to WrestleMania XL. This also means Drew McIntyre could win the World Heavyweight Championship and turn heel at Crown Jewel. For months, rumors of Drew McIntyre turning heel have been floating around. These rumors could turn into reality at Crown Jewel. A few weeks ago on Raw, we saw Drew McIntyre backstage in a conversation with Rhea Ripley. This could be a sign of change for the Scottish Warrior. McIntyre has been chasing the World Championship for years but always gets screwed over by others. This could result in frustration and make him change his way of going about business. At Crown Jewel, we could possibly see the Judgment Day helping McIntyre win the title from Seth Rollins. This could then be the night when he becomes the World Heavyweight Champion and a member of the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day currently holds a lot of championship gold in WWE. If McIntyre wins at the Saudi PLE and joins the faction, they will have the majority of the gold. To add to that, Damian Priest has the Money in the Bank briefcase, which is as good as a guaranteed championship. Do you want to see Drew McIntyre turn heel and join the Judgment Day? Sound off in the comments section below. Randy Orton returns to align with Jay Uso against the Bloodline. Jay Uso invaded last week's episode of WWE SmackDown in order to gain some revenge against his brother Jimmy Uso. Jay was then fined and kicked out of the building by SmackDown GM Nick Aldis, but it's clear that the issues for the Bloodline are set to continue. Randy Orton is expected to make his return at Survivor Series, and after almost 2 years on the sidelines, the Viper will likely remember that it was the Bloodline who put him on the shelf. Jay Uso was part of the Bloodline at the time, but much like he has with Cody Rhodes' main event, Jay could convince Orton that he has changed and could help him overcome Jimmy and Solo Sikoa in order to get back at Roman Reigns. Orton could return to WWE for one final run since the former 14-time world champion has been dealing with some real injury issues over the past year. With John Cena not expected to remain with the company after Crown Jewel, WWE needs someone to step in and neutralize Solo Sikoa, and it could be Randy Orton. Matt Riddle's release has left many questions surrounding Randy Orton's potential return storyline, but it would still make sense for him to return and target the Bloodline. Orton is one of the biggest stars in the company, and he should be pushed into the world title picture upon return. He could even challenge Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble, since that would be the first premium live event following his return. Orton has been waiting 17 months for revenge, and it's hard to imagine he will be in a forgiving mood. Do you think Randy Orton will return to help Jey Uso? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Major WWE Superstar will end Roman Reigns' historic championship run. WWE Hall of Famer Eric Bischoff believes Cody Rhodes will dethrone Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. The American Nightmare had a shot at the Tribal Chief's undisputed WWE Universal Championship earlier this year at WrestleMania 39. Nevertheless, he failed to dethrone the leader of the Bloodline after Solo Sikoa interfered in their match. Despite this, Rhodes later revealed that he was still determined to capture Reigns' title. Speaking on 100% Wrestling podcast, Bischoff predicted that the company will reignite Rhodes' feud with Reigns ahead of WrestleMania 40. The Hall of Famer disclosed that he believes the American Nightmare will end the Tribal Chief's historic title reign at the upcoming shows. Before you know it, we're going to be talking about WrestleMania again. You're going to start seeing ads in WWE programming for WrestleMania. It's right around the corner. Starting in January, you're going to hear about a lot of speculation about who's going to get inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame at WrestleMania. Royal Rumble is a big part of what's going to happen, so all of the focus probably within another month or two is going to gradually, and then as time goes on in a more focused way, begin really focusing on WrestleMania, he said. Bischoff added, "I suspect that's about the time that you're going to see a renewed emphasis on the Bloodline storyline. And I think going into that Bloodline storyline, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns will become a more prominent part of the storytelling. And ultimately, that's what I expect to see. I hope to see at WrestleMania. I don't have any inside information, but that's what I think will happen. And I hope and I think that Cody Rhodes will come out victorious. And that will be the end of the Cody Rhodes journey as it relates to his return to WWE." Over the past few months, rumors suggested Cody Rhodes might not be the one to end Roman Reigns' historic title reign. During During a same interview with 100% Wrestling Podcast, Eric Bischoff disclosed that he would be surprised if the American Nightmare does not eventually dethrone the leader of the Bloodline and win his first world title. Where do you see this Bloodline Cody Rhodes storyline going? I would be surprised if Cody Rhodes doesn't eventually beat Roman Reigns and come out victorious in this Bloodline storyline, he said. Major WWE Superstar will get another shot at Roman Reigns after failing to dethrone him in 2021, believes veteran. Who is really worthy to dethrone Roman Reigns? Roman Reigns' legendary WWE run and aura are irreplaceable for generations to come. However, fans believe that there is one superstar who can even retire the tribal chief, as they love his current run and role on the roster. Last year, Roman Reigns, Jay Uso, and Jimmy Uso were unable to stop Drew McIntyre from heading into Clash at the Castle 2022. Luckily, the elders saw it and sent Solo Sikoa to aid the tribal chief in his quest to remain the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. The Street Champion has heavily transitioned from his developmental brand character and run. However, fans are loving his run as the enforcer of the Bloodline on Friday Night SmackDown. The audience recently reacted to his current run as they were full of praises for the former North American champion. Sadly, he hasn't won any gold on WWE's main roster ever since he moved to Friday Night SmackDown. It will be interesting to see what the company does with Solo Sikoa in the near future. Earlier this year, Roman Reigns went on a hiatus after the biggest party of the summer. The Tribal Chief started the year with 3 successful title defenses against Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Cody Rhodes. It later shifted his attention towards the Usos, who left the Bloodline. Later, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion made his 4th title defense against Jay Uso and won at SummerSlam 2023. After he returned to the blue brand, he met LA Knight. Roman Reigns' 5th title defense will be against the megastar in Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel 2023. Meanwhile, Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso have been feuding with John Cena ever since he returned for a short stint with the company. According to a new report from Will Unn, Cena might face Jimmy or Solo in Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel 2023. The leader of Cena Nation has not been in a singles bout against the enforcer of the Bloodline. It will be interesting to see which member of the stable John Cena will face in Saudi Arabia for Crown Jewel 2023. What are your thoughts on Solo Sikoa's current run? Sound off in the comments section below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me